Hello everyone, my name is Light and welcome back to the lab. For today's experiment, we are going to talk about farming amethyst shards. These are something new to Minecraft 1.17 and are required if you want to make either a spyglass or the new tinted glass. Alright, now in order to get amethyst shards, you will need to locate a geode in your world. From my experience, folks, if you want to find one quick and easy, find your local ocean, hop in, go for a swim. As long, as you're somewhere where you haven't been, you will find one of those geodes in no time. Now, when you crack it open and you get inside, you'll be greeted to these two lovely blocks right here. This first one here is an amethyst budding block. These are what the shards actually grow on and are very important. You cannot mine these blocks using either silk touch or any type of tool at all. If you do, they will be destroyed and they are gone forever. The same can be said for pistons. We cannot move these blocks at all. Consider them like a mob spawner, folks, so be very careful with these. Now these blocks here are the regular amethyst blocks, and you can mine these up using silk touch. Now these blocks are really, they're really a decorative block, but they do make some really nice sounds when you walk and step on them. So maybe there's some way to use them in combination with note blocks, or maybe in some type of musical score. I'm really not sure, just an idea. Alright, now on these budding blocks, you might find some amethyst shards. Now those come in 4 different stages of growth, starting from small to large amethyst bud. So this being small, this one being the large, and then finally the amethyst cluster. And this is what we're looking for, folks, right here. These are the ones that you can mine, using either a piston or say a pickaxe with Fortune 3 to get those amethyst shards. Be careful if you mine any of these with any tool at all other than silk touch, the items will be destroyed. So if you are going to mine these, make sure it's a pickaxe with silk touch. That is the only way that you will get them. Anything else and they get destroyed. But again, only the large clusters can be mined and turned into shards. Perfect. Now, what is the best setup for farming these guys? Well, folks, you know what? I've been doing some testing here in my testing world. So this right here is kind of more of an automated setup, that waits for everything to grow. When all the growth stages are done, you would come up here, you push a button, it operates all the pistons, it breaks them off, and they get collected. So that is something that you could do. However, setting up, however many of these you would need to inside a geode based on the number of budding blocks, I'm not sure how feasible this actually is, and quite frankly, from the return, I would never set this up. When you break an amethyst cluster with a piston, you get a maximum, I believe it's either 2 or 4 shards. Not really all that good, considering it takes, I believe, 4 shards to make 1 piece of tinted glass. So, what you may want to go for is a simple setup like this. Mine out the geode, make sure you mine out the layer of calcite so you have some more space to work with, and free up as many of these budding blocks as you can. I've had this set up all day, and as you can see, not all of them are done yet. This one here is only on stage 2. I set this up like 2 to 3 hours after setting that up, and look at the growth on all of these. It's everywhere. So that tells me, go to a geode, mine it all out, free up as many of the budding blocks as you can, and literally, folks, just wait for them to grow. That's the only real thing with this type of farm, is you will have to AFK at it in order for the clusters to grow. Hopefully you're lucky enough that you have one near your base and you could be close enough that it's always loaded and growing. Otherwise, you will need to go to it and AFK. Now, once everything grows and gets to the state that you're looking for, the best mining method that I would suggest for these is grabbing yourself a pickaxe with Fortune 3. Using a pickaxe with Fortune 3, there is a chance that up to 16 shards could drop from a single cluster. So let's do the math. In this setup, we have 1 budding block, but we're only using 5 faces. So let's say we get 4 shards a face as a maximum, so we're looking at 20 shards every time this thing is fully grown. However, with this setup, if we have all 6, and we were to get ultra lucky and get 16 shards from every cluster, that's almost 100 shards, folks, from one block. So 100 compared to 20. You tell me what's better. All that to say, folks, that in the end, the best amethyst farm is you, the player. You will need to put in time for everything to grow, but it's you. As long as you're willing to wait, for everything to grow, the return will be well worth your time. So if you're the type of person that's going to want to build with a bunch of tinted glass, find your nearest geode, do your AFKing, and harvest away. All right, now that is all I have time for today. Once again, my name is Light, and thanks for stopping by. Bye!